Have you ever stopped to think about who really rules the DC Comics universe? How about finding out who the strongest gods are? The ones who have the power to destroy entire worlds, change realities, and even challenge the greatest heroes in the universe. Get ready, because the DC galaxy will never be the same after we meet these next-level beings. But before we dive in, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because in today's video, we're going to explore the 9 most powerful new gods in DC Comics. And trust me, you're in for a surprise. Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf is one of the most formidable and feared warriors in the apocalypse. With thousands of years of combat training, he masters any fighting style you can think of, and his strength is practically unmatched. But it's not just brute force that makes Steppenwolf so dangerous. He never goes anywhere without his electro-axe, a weapon that boosts his destructive power even more. And if that wasn't enough, his body is protected by almost indestructible armor, made from metal forged in the fiery pits of apocalypse. With this deadly mix of skill, strength, and technology, Steppenwolf is a true destruction machine. He doesn't just fight his enemies, he obliterates them, leaving a trail of destruction wherever he goes. Kalibak. Kalibak, Darkseid's son, is a real powerhouse, an unstoppable titan who doesn't need tricks or schemes to take down his enemies. While he might not have his dad's cunning, he more than makes up for it with pure strength and a will of steel, strong enough to challenge even the most powerful heroes. Kalibak has such incredible physical strength that he's actually gone toe-to-toe with Superman in direct combat, and that's no small feat. He's not afraid to face whatever stands in his way, even his own father. His determination to take him down is so strong that he's actually tried to overthrow the ruler of Apocalypse himself. With his imposing physique and a warmongering mindset, Kalibak is a force of nature. If you think intellect is what makes a hero or villain, just remember, Kalibak will show you that sometimes the simple power to crush everything in your path is more than enough. Black Racer. Imagine the power of a being who can move faster than death itself. That's the Black Racer. He's one of the most mysterious and feared figures among the new gods. The Black Racer isn't just a being with extraordinary strength or abilities. He's the very embodiment of death for the gods. His presence is terrifying, because he arrives even before the gods themselves die, foretelling the end in a chilling way. He has the ability to close in on his targets with supernatural speed, bringing even the most powerful beings to absolute fear. When he shows up, there's no escaping. The end is already here right in front of you. With his powers, the Black Racer doesn't just represent death. He is death itself for the new gods. He's the final reminder that no matter how powerful they are, even gods are at the mercy of the fate he carries. Highfather. Isaiah, also known as Highfather, is the benevolent leader of New Genesis and one of the most powerful and wise new gods in the DC universe. His full name is Isaiah the Inheritor, and he's one of the central characters in Jack Kirby's epic Fourth World saga. Isaiah was once a warrior from New Genesis, married to Avia, and the father of Scott Free, Mr. Miracle. After his wife was killed in a Steppenwolf attack, Isaiah became the leader of New Genesis. He's known for his wisdom, compassion, and strategic mind. One of Isaiah's most significant moves was creating the Pact, an agreement with Darkseid to swap their sons. Orion, Darkseid's son, was raised by Isaiah, while Scott Free was sent to Apocalypse. This exchange was meant to bring peace between New Genesis and Apocalypse. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the epic videos we're going to explore. And make sure to drop a comment letting us know which of the new gods you think is the most unstoppable. Big Barda. Big Barda is one of the most powerful figures among the Furies of Apocalypse, and also one of the most fascinating characters in the mythology of the new gods. Originally one of Darkseid's champions, she was trained to be one of the deadliest warriors in the Apocalypse Empire. But what makes her unique is her story of resistance and courage. Big Barda not only managed to rebel against Darkseid himself, but she also fell in love with Scott Free, Mr. Miracle. Their love story, amidst the chaos of Apocalypse, is one of the greatest testaments to her inner strength. Escaping Apocalypse with Scott Free wasn't just a simple getaway. It was an act of pure courage. Even in the face of fear and Darkseid's oppression, Big Barda overcame it all to seek freedom and a different future. Her bravery and strength make her one of the most remarkable and inspiring figures in the New Genesis universe. Orion. Orion is one of the most complex characters among the new gods, the son of Darkseid, but raised in New Genesis after a peace agreement between the two realms. His story is a mix of conflict and redemption, as he's shaped by the anger and hatred towards his own father. Even though he grew up under the peaceful ways of New Genesis, Orion could never escape the violent nature he inherited from Apocalypse. His constant battle against his father and his quest for justice made him one of the most powerful and fearless warriors in the DC universe. universe. Orion is a true force of nature, always ready to face adversity and even take on his father in epic battles. With his immense power, he's proven that courage and willpower are more important than any fate that's imposed on him. There's no force in the universe that will make him give up on his mission. Metron. Metron is one of the most fascinating characters in the DC New Gods universe. He's not just a warrior or a physically strong being, but a true genius, known for his vast intelligence and depth of knowledge. If you think wisdom and power can't go hand in hand, Metron is here to prove you wrong. Living in New Genesis, Metron is considered one of the brightest minds to ever exist. His mind is so powerful that he can travel through time and across dimensions, exploring the universe and the mysteries of the multiverse with a deep understanding of reality. Metron's knowledge is his greatest asset. He doesn't engage in physical battles, but his wisdom makes him essential to New Genesis. He's the genius of the universe, capable of pushing the boundaries of time and eternity. And with that, he has the power to change the course of all existence. Mr. Miracle. Scott Free, better known as Mr. Miracle, was born during one of the most turbulent times in the war between Apocalypse and New Genesis. To avoid an even bigger catastrophe, the leaders of both civilizations agreed to make a pact involving a swap of children. Orion, Darkseid's son, would go to New Genesis, and Scott Free would be sent to Apocalypse. When Scott arrived on Apocalypse, he was rejected and left behind as an orphan. He was raised by Granny Goodness, but lived in a hellish environment where he was constantly challenged. However, contrary to what you might expect, Scott never lost his integrity or his kindness. Even though he grew up on Apocalypse, one of the most brutal places in the universe, Mr. Miracle became one of the most skilled and remarkable characters in DC. His ability to escape from any impossible situation, even under the toughest conditions, made him a legend among the new gods, and his courage and kindness are a testament to the power of the human spirit. Darkseid. Darkseid, the immortal tyrant of Apocalypse, is one of the most iconic villains in the DC universe. His path to power wasn't easy. He killed his own father to take over Apocalypse, and since then, the war has never ended. His thirst for power is insatiable, and his worldview is dominated by the belief that he's the only being worthy of ruling the multiverse. Darkseid's biggest fear isn't death, but the idea that he might fail in his mission to conquer and control everything. He believes no one else has the right to rule the universe, which is why there are no limits to his violence and manipulation. His greatest desire is to impose his will on all of existence, and he'll use any means to make that happen. Darkseid is the ultimate example of a villain who knows no fear. He seeks the anti-life equation, which can erase any desire or will to resist, making everyone submit to him. The most dangerous thing is that, for Darkseid, it doesn't matter who's in his way. He'll do whatever it takes to prove his supremacy and secure absolute control. Don't leave just yet. I'm leaving 2 videos on the final screen that I'm sure you'll love. The best DC Comics teams and Batman's plans to defeat the Justice League. I'll see you in the next video.